For the answer you've all been waiting for is, how much money can I get from business funding? If everything is ideal, you should be eligible for 100K all the way up to 300K plus for just one business at 0%. Now this depends on two main factors. First, we have to determine how do the banks determine how much money to give this business, and it depends on two main factors. Number one is the age of the business. That's right, age. A common misconception is that you need to make a lot of money to get approved for the maximum amount of funding. And that applies to loans, lines of credit where they are checking your tax returns and business revenue, but for business credit cards, they are not. Ideally, you have a business over 3 years old to get the maximum amount of funding. If you have a business under 3 years old, you are limited to the amount of funding you can get, which is why we recommend what's known as an aged or shelf corporation, which is used for one thing, and that's the actual age of the business. What having an aged corp allows you to do is unlock an additional 50K to 100K in funding as opposed to 25 to 50K. Again, this only applies to you if you have no existing business or a business under 3 years old. The second factor is your personal credit. The most common factor hindering high limit approvals are high utilization percentage, which is the total amount of personal limits divided by debt, as well as excessive hard inquiries, which we can remove on your behalf. So ideally, if you have under 30% utilization and no debt with the bank that we will be applying for, meaning if you are applying for Chase, we want you to have as little to no debt as possible with Chase. If you do have debt, the easiest way is to pay it off. If you are unable to do so, we need to move that debt or temporarily either to a different bank, or what some people do is have a spouse or a family member temporarily consolidate your debt so you don't look high risk to the bank. So if you have these two factors, age and solid personal credit, you should be eligible for 100K to 300K plus for just one business at 0%.